text that you're writing in there. It's also for audio, video. You can grab stuff from the web and put it in there. You can put images in there. There's so many things. So it's really a great place to put everything. So when we say it's an electronic notebook, we really mean that. There's so much that's available there. So with that said, let's dig into it. So first, you're probably going to want to start out by creating a new book, and you're going to do that by opening up OneNote, going to File, and New. And this will allow you to name it and then save it. And you can see I have a OneDrive here, which is Microsoft's cloud drive where I can save things. I could select someplace on this PC. If I go to the standard place that comes up, if I didn't have a OneDrive, it would create it in my documents in OneNote notebooks. So that would be the folder where it would create it, but I can certainly do it from any location. So you're going to create that notebook, and then when you come out, it's going to show up over here on the left-hand side. So there's a couple of different ways that you can use the navigation on this side. You can actually close it if you want to, or you can display all of the notebooks that you have open. You can also use this little expand button right here to show you all of the different sections and section groups that you have available. So it's all in however it works best for you. All right, so creating sections, as you go along, you'll want to organize your information in different ways. So one of the primary things that you're going to be creating are sections, and that's these tabs right here. So to do that very easily, I just come in, click on the plus sign to create a new section, and then it's going to default to whatever section number you're on. But if I wanted to create a new section and name it Tech Bytes, it's as easy as typing it in and just hitting enter. Now I have my section, and in here I can add different pages. And again, that's as easy as clicking on Add Page, and I can put in whatever this information is that I want to say. Let's say it's a OneNote, and I'm going to save some information on OneNote. You'll notice that what happens here is as I type that in over on the right-hand side, it's going to put that name in my page navigation. So I can see that really quickly. So let's look at some of the things that we can do. Obviously, we can start out by typing some text. And as I hit enter, it's just going to go down. And I can keep adding information that way. You also have your typical Microsoft Office tools over here where you can change the font, the color, if it's bolded. I can also make a list if I want to do that. So all of those normal type of text formatting that we have available, styles and so on. One of the things that you see over here that's a little bit different is the tags. And if I click down here to see more, I can see that there are really quite a lot of different tags that I have available to me. And the thing that's nice about these is that you can actually use it as a checklist, like a to-do, or you can flag something important. Depending on how you're using OneNote, it may be certain things are more valuable to you than others. If you need to make a phone call and you're taking notes on clients, phone number might be one of those. If it's a contact, you can certainly flag it that way. And the nice thing is that later you can go back and click on Find Tags. You can sort or search for those different tags that you have in your OneNote, and it will take you right to that section. So if you're looking for, oh, what were the phone calls that I had to make, you can find that really quickly. One of the ones that's used really common that I use quite frequently is to-do. And with to-do, that's simply a checkbox. and then I can come in and type whatever it is that I need to do. When I have that completed, I can simply check it, and then I know it's completed. Other things that you can use, obviously any of the ones that are in here, you can have multiple tags on the same item. So those are really useful. I would definitely encourage you to take a look at them. You can also create your own tags. You see here I have a couple. These I've created. So one of the things that we do is we have a shared notebook in our department, and we may be assigning different tasks to people, and I've created custom tags. These two are actually used in meetings. So we know that when we add something to be discussed in a meeting, we can flag it with that person's symbol, and then we know that as I hover over, I can see that that's me. So they know to look to me for this one, the same way I would look to someone else if they had their tag there. So I would know who's going to be presenting that section of material. So tons of things that you can do with that. Just, you know, really as you kind of look at how you might use it, I'm sure that you'll find some really helpful things there. So basic sections we've got our pages over here. And something else that you see over here are groups. So these are actually section groups. And it's just a way to collapse if you have a lot of different sections up here. It's certainly one way to organize it and collapse some of these. So these are actually, and just clicking on the administrative assistants, and these are sections that apply specifically to the administrative assistants. So here I have different sections with different pages in those sections and so on. The way that I get back up to that is just by clicking on this up arrow. It's going to take me back. So I see that that is a way that I can group things. So perhaps I would use it, like in this case, in departments. So everything that we would need for administrative assistance is here. For sales, it's here. So just kind of looking at this as, let's say this is a notebook for the FlyKite software company, and this is going to be a notebook that's going to contain their procedures, just one idea. So in here you can see I've got a table of contents, and in here you can see that these are actually, they look hyperlinked, and indeed they are. You can link these pages from these different sections and the corresponding pages and create a table of contents. So if I want to go to something specific in this, I don't have to navigate through it all. I can just click on the link and it takes me right to it. So the way that we do that is, let's say that we want to create something right to the reports page. So we're going to look at how to do this employee productivity report, and we want to get right to that page. So I'm going to come over to the right-hand side. I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm going to choose Copy Link to Page. Now I'm going to go back up to my table of contents, and in here I'm just going to come in and I'm going to tab in a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and paste in that link. So another great thing about OneNote is that it's automatically saving while you're typing this in. So there's no save button. So this is already there. I know if I close out this notebook, I open it back up, this link is going to be there for me. So when I click on it, now you can see that it's taken me into that administrative assistance section, and it's also given me that point right to the employee productivity report. Okay, great. So we could continue to do that with sales and marketing or any other type of information that we wanted to put in our table of contents. The other thing that we may want to do